This is the greatest prompt I've ever created to make Claude Cowork's scheduled tasks do 10 times more for your business. And the best part is, I'm giving it to you completely free. The amazing prompt you're getting is actually a prompt to create a customized prompt specifically for your business. As a part of this video, I'm going to show you how your scheduled tasks can quickly become the most valuable assets for your business. I'll quickly start with how to get scheduled tasks set up, and then we'll jump straight into the prompt. So let's go. In order to access scheduled tasks, you need to have the Claude desktop application. Once you're in there, move from chat over to Cowork, and you can start by just putting in /schedule, or if you want to find it on the menu, go over to the left side here. We'll open this up and then hit scheduled. Once you're in here, you can go ahead and select new task and off you go. A couple of the key components to setting up great scheduled tasks is building the right infrastructure and collecting some baseline data. Fortunately, my prompt does this for you, but it's still important to understand what's happening within the prompt. The example I'm going to share is for a daily competitor intelligence report. I realize, of course, that you probably don't need a scheduled task for this exact thing. Fortunately, the prompt to create a scheduled task prompt is designed to fully customize itself based on what you need. That could be creating a new list of sales targets each day, generating daily newsletter topics, and then writing a draft for the topic you select, conducting weekly performance reports, whatever. You just need to answer the questions that Claude asks of you, and you'll get a customized scheduled task specifically for your business. Okay, so we're in the scheduled task here that I've created with this extensive prompt, and it's comprised of 3 different modes. Mode 1, which I'll show you here, is focused on initializing the tracking system. So if the tracking files don't yet exist, create the entire system from scratch. Mode 2 is running your daily scan. It's your primary operating mode. This is the mode that runs every day after initialization and baseline are complete. Mode 3 is your baseline backfill. So this mode runs once right after initialization to build a 30-day historical baseline so the CSV that you create isn't empty on day 1. So now that we've broken down the 3 different mode types, let's actually go into this example. In this case, we're doing daily competitive intelligence, 13 competitors, YouTube, and LinkedIn activity. So this is some context. You are Brian's competitive intelligence analyst for Lawton Learns. You operate within a Cowork project and have access to web research, web fetch, and file tools. And then we go into some more of the detail there. Key here is log findings to an ongoing CSV dataset and surface anything Brian should know about. So next thing, we need to introduce the scheduled task to mode 1. Step 0, load context. Do this every run. Read all the following files before doing anything. Do not skip any. You need the full picture to make good decisions. Next, we can see that we're going to have scheduled tasks create these various CSV files. So the competitor roster, the competitor intel, and then the last run state details. Then in step 1, we're going to determine today's date and run the context. So it says just that. Know whether this is a first run, files don't exist, or a recurring run, calculate how many days since the last run, determine if a baseline backfill is needed, timestamp all new entries correctly. Step 2, we move into check system status and we route it. So this is a table, which is actually difficult to see, but you can see that it's defined mode 1, mode 2, mode 2, mode 2, and then mode 3. So this is just telling the scheduled task how to route itself. And then as expected, step 3 is executing the appropriate mode. And mode 1, as we mentioned before, is initializing the tracking system. And if we scroll down a bit further, we can see that in mode 1, because we're just getting started, we need to create the folder structure first. So we have competitor tracking, which has been created here, and then competitor roster. And then I just put in tier 1 and tier 2 competitors here. And then previously I fed it with tier 1 and tier 2 competitors These aren't actually my competitors, as they're wonderful, amazing creators with huge followings, and I am not, but it was nice to kind of set the stage for where I want to be down the road. And now that we have our competitors listed out, we're going to create a competitor intel.csv with headers only. And then you'll see why we do that in a minute here. But these are all the column definitions that we're going to create, how the unified file is going to work. And then we're going to create a last run state. And this is going to tell us exactly what happened in case there's an error, or we want to check sources for what was actually reviewed, etc. We can check that document. And then we're going to confirm to Brian once this has all been set up. Okay, so now we're running into mode 2 here, and this is where we're actually going to run the daily scan. So let's look at how that's broken into different sections here. So for each active competitor in the roster, so we created that roster CSV, and now we're going to start to populate the Intel CSV. We're going to search YouTube activity. We're going to look for each new video found since the last run and collect this sort of data from it, check for milestone signals. And then phase 2, we're going to move over to LinkedIn and do similar things there. Search for LinkedIn activity, notable LinkedIn post found since the last run, and then looking for strategic signals here. And then let's move down into phase 3. And this is pretty cool. This is a new competitor discovery phase. So we're going to search for new entrants with queries like this. Then we've set up some criteria for them, that they have 5,000 YouTube subscribers, teach AI or automation. Then we're going to add them to the roster with a new status. And then we're going to flag them in the daily briefing for me to confirm whether we want to continue to track them or not. Okay, so now we move down to phase 4, and here we're going to actually log everything. So we complete all the scans, we've added new rows to the competitor Intel CSV, and then it's going to look for the delta between the last time it did this research and this time to see if there's any new activity that's been found. And then we're going to make an update to the last run state with today's date, the fact that we've completed it, etc. And then phase 5 here, we're going to generate our daily briefing. So write a short brief for Brian with 3 to 5 bullets covering high activity competitors, topic overlaps, strategic signals, new competitors, quiet competitors. And then next we get into how we're going to format this, so we can decide kind of what the look and feel is. And that covers it for mode 2. So with that, let's hop into mode 3. So if you imagine if you just started this thing today, you wouldn't have any data really for it to reference. So what we want to do in mode 3, which is just a one-time deal, is go back and look over the past 30 days to see what sort of activity has occurred in the marketplace so that we can use that as our go-forward reference. So in this case, we say for each competitor in the roster, search for YouTube videos published in the last 30 days, search for notable LinkedIn posts in the last 30 days, record findings in the competitor Intel CSV, etc. And then this is the approach for researching for the backfill, using these types of searches, and then accepting that the backfill will be less complete than the daily tracking. After the backfill, we're going to update the last run state so it understands what we have actually completed and we can reference it. And then what is our baseline report going to look like over the last 30 days? This just defines those fields, what we've learned. And then we're moving to step 4. Apply general rules every run. So these rules apply regardless of which mode you're in. So mode 1, 2, or 3. We've got to have data quality. We call it a CSV hygiene. The tagging taxonomy here. And we describe some of the tool tags, topic tags, signal tags, strategic awareness rules. And then I loved having this error handling rules. And then finally, we have our file management rules. Okay, so that was the entire prompt. Now the question is, how does it look when it actually works? Here is the competitor brief for April 7th. It talks through a couple of different channels. And then the bottom here, you can see the activity snapshot, 0 videos published, 1 LinkedIn post detected, 2 competitors active today. Cool. Let's head over to the spreadsheet now and see what that looks like. All right, so here's the 7th of April. Here's the 6th. You can see several activities have occurred there. And then it tells me the platform, whether it's LinkedIn, a website, a YouTube video, etc., the title of the specific post, description, and then we've got research notes over here. There's other things like the URL, the metrics, the tags, etc. This is an important thing to note. Notice here, I've got 4/6, and then I've got 4/1. So it's missed several days in there. If you go over to your scheduled tasks, and even if you have this at Keep Awake, if you don't open Claude Cowork and it's not running in your desktop at the exact time that you're scheduled to run your routine, then it won't run. And if you want to make sure your scheduled task is running on time, then it's best to put it on a desktop that's always on and engaged. And lastly, this is a Cowork Scheduled Task prompt builder. On the first page here, you'll see instructions on how to actually use the prompt. The TLDR on that is you're going to copy the entire prompt in this document and you're going to drop it into a Claude chat. It's going to run you through a series of questions that'll customize the prompt specifically for your business. So just to simplify it, you're copying everything below this line and you're pasting it into your Claude chat. You'll notice that this document is like 8 pages long, so I can't fit the whole thing in the video description. So again, grab it from the link in the description below and let me know if you have questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.